Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about 8.1b graph of exponential function. So we are going to learn how to graph the exponential function from the geometry sequences. All right. So you have two functions. First one is f of x equal to 3 times 2 to the x power. X is in the exponent. That's the exponential function, right? So this case is a base or r was greater than 1. If base is greater than 1, we learned the last week, we learned that it's growing. How about base is between 0 and 1, 3 times half to the x power. We are going to talk about these two graphs, all right? So if you put these functions in the calculator in the graph mode and look at the table, it will be like this, right? Look at the table. So when the zero, when x is 0, to the 0 power is 1, 1 times 3 is 3. So look at here, 3, right? That we call initial amount, that's why. How about here too? When x is 0, you see the same 3, right? But the first one, f of x become double each time when x is increasing, but g of x becomes half when x is increasing. But when you go backward, it's double because up in the inverse of half is double. So going backward, it becomes double. But when you go like x increasing, each time it becomes half here. This is opposite. So 2 and half, the base. You see the difference, right? But now how do you draw the graph? First, in the graph, what should you do? You should plot each point, right? You should plot each point like this. When x is 0, you put the 3. When x is 1, y value is 6. And then you look at the table. When x is negative 1, 1.5. And then keep going on. But this is so when x is half, right? So now if you see that it's growing here, but when base is half, it's decaying. So I believe you know how to look at the calculator and table and plot the points, right? You know how to do this. And then what do? You connect these points by the curve. But it'll be like this, okay? Make sure this curve when x goes to the negative infinity keep going, but it never touch the x-axis. Here is the same thing. It never touch x-axis, but this way keep going to the infinity, right? Going to the infinity. Here, this same thing. This keep going to the infinity, but it never touch. Look here, x-axis. So make sure if you touch it, it's not good. So that we call horizontal asymptote, right? Horizontal asymptote is what? This axis, which is x-axis, or as the equation we say this is y equal to 0, right? So x-axis, y equal to 0. So horizontal lines, the graph approaches but never touches. That we call horizontal asymptote. So make sure when you draw the graph, it never touch the horizontal asymptote, which is x-axis or y equal to 0. So let's try with this function, f of x equal to 50 times 2 to the x power. One more time. Now, what should you do first? First, you should be careful. Most important thing when you draw the graph, intervals of x and y must be even. The interval must be even. You put the interval evenly, okay? and then interval of x go by 1. You understand, right? Go by 1. Like, so this is the table. When you put this in the calculator graph mode, you will get this, right? When x is 0, you get the 50 initial amount, and each time double 100, 200, 400. Look, now, so you you go x by 1, 2, 3. Make sure you label properly like this always, and then -1, -2, -3, keep going, right? And y value, interval y, you should be flexible, because if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, keep going like this, you cannot show the 50 here. Where's the 50, right? You cannot show the 50, 100, these big numbers. So in this case, so in the exponential function, you can go for x by 1, but y, interval of y, make sure you become flexible. So go by 50, 100, 150, 200 like this. So because interval must be even. So this case, you better go by 50, right? So in this case, so be flexible, please. You should be able to show about 3 or 4 points to draw the graph, the exponential function. So we'll go by 50 and 100. And this is 50, 100, right? And then this is 150, this is 200. And then don't forget to put the x here and here y. This is x-axis, which is y equal to 0. And this is y-axis, where x equal to 0 equation. And then what should we do? We plot the points, right? Here, when x is 0, 50, you start. And when x is 1, what is it? What do you see? 100. And x is 2, 200. And 3, 400, you cannot see it. It's okay. You, at least you can see, you can see the pattern here, right? The shape of the exponential. Now, when x is -1, it's a 25. It's half here. And then another half. But don't touch. You shouldn't touch the horizontal asymptote, right? And then you are going to connect this one. Let's try with the graphs. When you connect it, I'm going to, so you connect the graph like this, and then don't touch. And you draw arrow here and keep like that, right? So this is it. So we are going to stop here.